wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room, hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve? Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010, or better still visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve? Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010, or better still visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
We have LDEA, we have police, then we have the airport security authority that are responsible to provide security, to provide maximum at the port. And all of these people have come today to explain to us about the 19 million spirit that entered this country that nobody can answer about. Now that we have prepared to ask our different question, who took the drugs at the airport? How many days did that drug spend at the airport? Who received the drugs? What were the consignments? Because there are allegations that we have over 19 million. They are just discussing 19 million, but as per our information, they have gone 50 million, and even more than that. How did that drugs enter Liberia? Are you telling me now that Liberia is producing cocaine? How did they enter this country? Who are hosting it when they enter this country? And who are transporting it out of Liberia? We need to understand all these things. Now that the speaker, who is a regime speaker, now is trying to protect the executive from, those people who have come to talk to us and taking us into executive. We are not going to executive. Anything that is being explained into executive, this has to do with the damage of this country, of our generation. Our generation has been damaged. The former LDA board who was dismissed by Mr. Boaka because he said the drugs issue in this country is being managed and controlled by senior government officials. He was dismissed by Mr. Boaka. Now, these people here now are afraid to talk to us, and they say they want to go within the executive because they don't want to also be dismissed by Mr. Boaka. So what are these people actions telling us? Their actions are telling us that they are aware, that the executive is aware. And if they continue to leave us in a state of confusion, then we the Liberian people will continue to speculate and speak of what we understand based on our intelligence. But today, what the speaker did is the beginning of a trouble in the legislature by compromising the next generation. Today, Mr. Boaka, the same way we have lost the Solomon Bolo, today the Guineans of the drugs in this country, and there are senior government officials who are transporting drugs in this country. Today, it has been proven by the action of the speaker that the executive is aware of what is unfolding. So until Mr. Boaka can speak to law, this country is not for Mr. Boaka alone. Mr. Boaka is not the owner of Liberia. The Union Party-led government is not the owner of Liberia. We are legislators representing our people. We are under obligation to explain to our people, how does Boaka want to control the whole country in Riha?
So who is having a criminal cartel as being...
Now Mr. Boaka is keeping the criminal cartel. Yes, until Mr. Boaka can explain to us. The executive marshal needs to talk to us. The LDA needs to talk to us. Why are they proving that there are senior government officials who are managing the drug cartel? When we come to talk, then you say you want to expel us.
On the photo, you were in session when the Minister of Justice came out to say that the issue on hand is of national security concern.
What they call national security concern.
They have gone to the National Security Council of Liberia, measuring names of those who are involved.
Comrade, the president is the commander-in-chief for the Republic of Liberia. Mr. Boaka, anything good happens in this country, Mr. Boaka takes the glory. Anything wrong going in this country, Mr. Boaka takes responsibility. So we are telling you that the executive is responsible for what is unfolding. Yes. Why did you not ask the beautiful? I want to ask those questions on camera. I want the Liberian people to see transparent investigation. Why are they carrying on in the dark room for us to go and compromise the report?
Are you not fearing that you will be expelled?
But if Mr. Boaka wants to expel me because of my thought, I mean, Mr. Boaka can come and take this job. This is not my father's farm. I have come to represent my people. I'm not interested in what Boaka wants to represent.
Executive session is part of your rules.
Executive session is part of my rules. But this
Sir, thank you so much.
The fight for drugs. If Liberia is classified or known to be a drug hub, it's bad for our country. It will affect different aspects of our livelihood. It will affect different aspects of our livelihood. So if the government is dead serious about the fight against drugs, let them open the doors on this investigation of the $19 million United States drugs bust at the airport. And when I mean open the door, let the government come clean. I think it is since Monday, I think arrest was done. When Peter Dolo was arrested, within the same 24 hours, it was all on the media. We need to know. Let the government try to do away with the speculation in and out of Liberia as to who is involved or who was involved with the $19 million of the $19 million drugs scheme. And only when they come up clean and be transparent to the fullest, that we as Liberians will know. It is our right. It is the right of all Liberians to know who was involved, how was the cargo arranged, where did the cocaine come from. We do not grow cocaine, or we don't produce cocaine in Liberia. Which country did they come from? How did they land in Liberia? How did they prepare with the cargo? Government need to be open and transparent with the investigation. Having said that, we like to thank Mr. Dave Do Rebu, Mr. Dave Do Reyu, and the faculty and staff of this institution for all that they continue to do, especially doing it for free. I know what it means to be in this. I also established
I have the Liberian people interested in it. If I was sitting executive and letting I can inform the Liberian people, I mean, where I work with.
But the justice. The justice minister said that
it's about the Liberian people. Then keep the information and ask for time until you get ready to tell us.
Others are saying that this is in accordance with international standard.
What you call international? Also, Kushi is local standard. Cocaine is international standard. it's a waste in a delay of the Liberian people time.
So after executive session, will you be willing to listen?
Sure enough. When it's open to the public, I will go back. I will go there and ask my question I have to ask. How did they react to the point of international standard? And you say, what point Emmanuel Tiani? Who Emmanuel Tiani work with? Who said they said Friday? How was it kept Friday before morning? We got to know. And when you have to scan them before you do a web pay and do everything. The
people of Dutchman must say in Bon County want to hear you in plenary in executive.
Why don't you hear me executive when you say in camera? I saw cover my rule says when I sit in executive, I come back, I will say anything. It's punishable. So why don't you hear me? I go gossip. Don't talk about that. This is why they tell you are too old to gossip. I'm not here for that nonsense.
And that's the first of the show.
The speaker, the general speaker, they are playing. The generator for emergency. Beginning tomorrow, we will say all of you. You know what I feel? But you don't know.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidency.
And the Major Helens is our team song to welcome all of you to the program, The Round Table. And we are so excited to be on here tonight. We have a lot of things to talk about. What is it that you want to hear us speak about? And all you can do for us is to stay tuned as we get along with the program, The Round Table. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you joining us from. This is your platform for informed William McGill. Tonight we have a lot of things to talk about. Are you with us as we take a break of our sponsor tag? And once we get back after this break, we are going to continue with the program. My name is William. Let's take this break to be right back. Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakweyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakweyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakweyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakweyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakweyanhaircollection.com.
Indeed, welcome back to the program here tonight. And like I said, it's great that we have you all on the program joining us tonight. And we have a lot of things to talk about on the program. Basically, we will look at the president's statement tonight on the state broadcaster, and the statement is also being posted on the official Facebook page of the executive mansion. We'll look at that as well, and we are going to look at the hearing into the crackdown on the 19 proposed 19 million worth of cocaine seized at Roberts International Airport, and things we think that needs to be put in place in terms of the entire crackdown, and a lot of other things we are that we are going to be looking at there tonight. So all you can do is to stay with us as we walk through with these issues and everything. So firstly, let's look at the issue coming from the national legislature today before we get to the president's statement on this drug thing tonight, right? We have several videos of how the hearing worked, and things that happened, how lawmakers felt as well in terms of the hearing, and we have so many security personnel and several things are happening as well, and we can just say anything much, but we will have to give our own analysis and understanding and explanation opinion as journalists, in as much as is a legal matter that requires security personnel. We also have to look into the 19 million worth of cocaine, and there's even more information that the drug is even worth more than that. We do have information as well that 100 grand of that was actually transported out of the country through the Roberts International Airport. But let's listen to lawmakers from today's hearing concerning the 19 million worth of cocaine, according to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Let's listen to them, and then we can move ahead with this conversation tonight.
Different questions to ask these people who are responsible for what is unfolding, because at the port we have LRA, we have LDEA, we have police, then we have the airport security authority that are responsible to provide security, to provide maximum at the port. And all of these people have come today to explain to us about the 19 million spirit that entered this country that nobody can answer about. Now that we have prepared to ask our different question, who took the drugs at the airport? How many days did that drug spend at the who received it? What our information, they have gone 50 million and even more than that. How did that drugs enter Liberia? Are you telling me now that Liberia is producing cocaine? How did they enter this country? Who are hosting it when they enter this country? And who are transporting it out of Liberia? We need to understand all these things. Now that the speaker, who is a regime speaker, now is trying to protect the executive from, those people who have come to talk to us and taking us into executive. We are not going to executive. Anything that is being explained into executive, this has to do with the damage of this country, of our generation. Our generation has been damaged. The former LDA boy who was dismissed by Mr. Bwaka because he said the drugs issue in this country is being managed and controlled by senior government officials. He was dismissed by Mr. Bwaka. Now, these people here now are afraid to talk to us, and they say they want to go within the executive because they don't want to also be dismissed by Mr. Bwaka. So what are these people's actions telling us? Their actions are telling us that they are aware, that the executive is aware. And if they continue to leave us in a state of confusion, then we the Liberian people will continue to speculate and speak of what we understand based on our intelligence. But today, what the speaker did is the beginning of a trouble in the legislature by compromising the next generation. Today, Mr. Bwaka, the same way we have lost the Solomon Bolo, today the Guineans came to this country and they put our flag down. That land belongs to us. I am a Lofian. That land belongs to us. Up to today, Mr. Bwaka had not said anything about Sodoba. Now we have drugs cartel in this country. That was alleged few time back that the executive is aware of the drugs cartel in this country, and there are senior government officials who are transporting drugs in this country. Today, it has been proven by the action of the speaker that the executive is aware of what is unfolding. So until Mr. Bwaka can speak to law, this country is not for Mr. Bwaka alone. Mr. Bwaka is not the owner of Liberia. The Union Party-led government is not the owner of Liberia. We are legislators representing our people. We are under obligation to explain to our people how does Bwaka want to control the whole country in rehab.
So who has a criminal cartel as being?
Now Mr. Bwaka is keeping the criminal cartel. Yes, until Mr. Bwaka can explain to us. The executive council needs to talk to us. The LDA needs to talk to us. Why are they proving that there are senior government officials who are managing the drug cartel? When we come to talk, then you say you want to expel.
I have the Liberian people interested in it. If I was sitting here executive and letting I can inform the Liberian people, I mean, where I work.
But the justice minister said that he wants to do this off camera.
So he cannot tell what he wants to do here about Chimas. It's about the Liberian people. Then keep the information and ask for time until you get ready to tell us.
Others are saying that this is in accordance with international standard.
Why you call international? Also, Kushi is local standard. Cocaine is international standard. It's a waste and a delay of the Liberian people time.
So after the executive session, will you be willing to listen?
Sure enough. When it's open to the public, I will go back. I will go there and ask my question I have to ask.
So that's exactly how the situation went there today, right? And there's some information concerning this entire drug thing. A lot of information, a lot, and I can say the issue of drug is a major concern in our country, and our mothers, community dwellers, and other people. When this government took power, we had say no to drugs protests. We have people in communities breaking down ghettos, joining the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Kudos to the U.S. government for helping in these processes and also helping the LDA as well, right? So let's take it bit by bit, right? And the DA said the total worth of drug is 19 million or 19.2 million, which they said was what they got at the airport. But then uh, the 19.2 million worth of drugs were initially scheduled to leave on June 12th, 2026. It was not on, June 9th, 2026. So everything was packaged and, ready to leave on June 12th. And all of a sudden, they discover it ahead of time. Who who and you know they also had the drug being transported from Liberia on SN Brussels Airlines and SN 241. That was the scheduled flight, to get the drugs to London, the United Kingdom. I'm saying these things because it is important that our people get to understand uh, how these things actually happen or happening, and how is it with the level of information that is coming out there to the public, the level of information that is coming out there to the public. Mhm. And we also gather information as well that just before the discovery, before I bring in the president message, let me take it step by step with what I'm saying here, right? Just before the discovery of the 19 million worth of drug, uh, 8 million worth of cocaine, which is like 100 kilograms of cocaine, value at 8 million, you know, was successfully shipped before the 19 million drug bust. So, and there's a lot of information here. The airway bill, you know, London hardware, and everything, how much they've spent. There's a lot of questions that people are asking. The schedule flights, flight number, where it's supposed to leave from Monrovia on May 22nd, uh, you know, May 22nd, and just like that. What we see at the 22nd, the 23rd, where you're gonna land in Brussels, 23rd. Final destination was the 24th in London. He, you know, so we saying these things because, like I said earlier, the issue of drug and the fight against drug in our country is something that our people, our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, everyone drawn thoroughly to be able to strengthen government effort, to boost government effort. That's the right word I want to use. And kudos to the general public that have been able to, engage with the LDA, whether on social media, whether in person, whether through petition or whatever, to be able to understand the fact that you've come to disclose that there was a drug bust at the Roberts International Airport. We didn't force you to come out. We had no idea, no clue, unless we could have heard that in the corner. You came out and said that. The biggest question of this situation is, who are those involved? When the LDA brought, a passport of an individual, which we have no clue of, the public is still questioning. Some believe that the individual do not exist. He passed off since 2023. Those are information. And DA cannot locate the individual, but got a passport and saying that was the individual that transported the consignment at the Roberts International Airport for it to be shipped to London. That's one big question. You do have all of the evidence. How are you working to making sure that you can get whoever Emmanuel is? The second question is, since discovering of the cocaine situation at the Roberts International Airport, who are those that are involved? We understand it's a huge amount of you know consignment that you discover at the airport. We understand that investigation do takes time, but the public needs to be informed. This drug issue is not an easy. The government of Liberia is fighting drug in the country. You can have such a huge drug bust, and then you say you cannot disclose the 6 individuals you have as suspects. We even have people that are given information and alleging that senior government officials are also involved. Why will you risk people character if this is not true? Come out and say John Brown and XYZ, Mary Paul, these are people we have and are investigating. We've also been told that the DA have requested uh, the 13th Judicial Circuit Court to request closed circuit television footages from the airport between, you know, a certain time frame up to the time they had the raid at the airport or discovered the drug at the airport. And there's a lot of questions. That's why I saw some of the lawmakers getting annoyed, and I was like, oh, okay. It makes sense, right? They want to stand up for their people. It makes sense. But there's a lot of questions. Where were all of these security? Funny enough, you will see these guys at the airport wanting to check your luggage that you bring into the country with just your clothes. They even want you to scatter everything, even after a scan was done, just after your arrival. Yeah, of course, we we had a situation like that. We had to get pissed off. Why would a luggage be scanned and you outside trying to tell us to open all of the luggages when you have s- simple things to do to making sure that we cannot have these kind of situation? You do have, or are these machines no longer functional to give accurate information? I think everybody that works at the airport, every security personnel, and everyone responsible to scan every material leaving or entering the airport should be investigated and brought to book. Has been alleged of cocaine worth 50 million United States dollars or 19 million, as the DA is reporting, is such a huge amount. And I believe that individuals that I involved are linked to a cartel organization that are also involved into drug smuggling. And you cannot use Liberia as a pathway to get your stuff done. This is not the first time, I'm very sure. If you haven't taken something before behind somebody, you will not just wake up out of the blue sky and want to go and do it without being caught. This must have been happening. Also, I would say keenly that the public counts on every security institutions that are under government in this country to get involved and make sure that the investigation is carried on smoothly. The public in general deserve or require information. We cannot say we're fighting drug and we are here having 19 million or 50 million plus of worth of cocaine entering this country to be transported to another destination. How did the first one left and went to the UK, to London? And I'm told, you know, the US government got involved into the process to making sure that the information is brought out, including, and kudos to everyone who got involved into the process as well. But again, you as a Minister of Justice, Minister Oswald Tue, cannot go to the national legislature to inform the general public and the national legislature, people we've sent to go and represent us. You asking that the matter be taken into an executive room. We understand security issues sometimes need, space to go and carry on some security measures, right? But this is critical. You have people calling on and screaming with the name of the LDA. This is critical. You have children. You have young country. I also think the the Freeport of Monrovia needs to be checked. There should be a tight security measures. There's no way these things will happen if you do not have high ranking individuals that are involved, especially through the only international airport that we have in this country. This is no way going to happen if you do not have top hands in the government that are involved. 19 million worth of cocaine, such a huge amount. That's close to 20 billion Liberian dollars, or two plus, or how many billion Liberian dollars? Do the math. And quickly, let me just come out to also read what the president said um, on this matter, right? This is exactly what the president said, and I want to make sure to read it. I just want to be sure about. Okay, I want to be sure about these things, and I want to read out what the president said about this drug thing, and you know, This is exactly what the president had to say. Yeah, so uh yeah man. Liberia. Okay. I think we good with this. Okay. Alright, so okay. I'm about to bring in what the president said today, and then we can read it out for you. This is sure this is the first statement. I'm just bringing a slide by slide. Okay. I'm not sure about this, but I'm trying to lay my hand on this document and see if I can just get the slide up. This is not. This is not it. This is a part of it, but I want to bring out the first footage. Hmm? Let me try this. Okay. Oh my God. Let me try another one. Let me see if this is it. Hmm? Yeah. Gradually, I wanna, I wanna get a hold of the message of the president. Just the first part. Okay. This is the it's of the president. Yeah, but like I said, right? Let me. Well, I'm still struggling with it. Let me just see if I can bring the. Okay, that's the first message there. Let me bring it quick. What the president said in his speech today about this drug thing. So this is exactly what the president said, and then he said President Boakai, Joseph Yuma Boakai, has reaffirmed his administration's zero tolerance stance on drug trafficking, declaring that no individual or institution will be exempted from investigation following the inception of a 237.6 kilogram cocaine shipment value at over 19 million at the Rabat International Airport. It says, describing the seizure as one of the largest in Liberia's history, the president warned that the country will not be used as transit or financial hub for international drug cartels. He announced a coordinated full-scale investigation led by a national joint security bringing together key agencies to identify and prosecute all individuals involved, from local facilitators to international collaborators. The government has also initiated engagement with international partners to enhance intelligence sharing, financial track, ensuring accountability at all levels. While acknowledging public demand for transparency, he urged restraint, noting that premature disclosure could compromise ongoing operations. He concluded by stressing that combating drug trafficking remains essential to safeguarding Liberia's youth, strengthening national security, and preserving the country's long term development. That's exactly what Mr. President said. And as you can see, it's right there on the screen as well. That's exactly what the president said concerning, you know, the situation today. After you had guys from the LDA joint security appear at the national legislature. I want to say this, right? We understand all of these things. But again, the Liberian people should be able to get a full scale investigation. This how I think of just having a conversation about a particular thing, and after a week the whole case die and we are good to go. We do not want a situation of such. We do not want a situation of such. We want a situation that will hold people accountable for what they do. We want the DEA and all other requisite authorities that are involved with the investigation to be able to understand and bring to book all those that are involved. There are a lot of names that are out there in the public allegedly calling on them as people involved into the situation. They might not be, but people are speculating. Can I get these people in the heads of individuals who think they are truly doing what they are not doing? If that is the case, you also have to come out and be able to tell the public that this is this. But again, with the situation of this drug thing, we are still looking at it, still furthering the investigation. And we hope that our government is able to, bring all parties or individuals to book. Drug issue is not as small as you see it. Drug issue, especially drug, is destroying our country, Liberia. And we shouldn't just see that as an easy way to get hold of ourselves. So let this government be able to do whatever necessary thing. Let the public be informed. Let's have those that are involved brought to book, and let us all get to know who are those involved into such a very huge amount of cocaine brought into this country. Well, let's take a quick break. And right after this break, we come back and continue on the program. My name is William McGill. Stay tuned and keep watching us on Weez TV live on YouTube as well. And don't you go away.
A hair that turns heads the moment you. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok Twitter at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 3.
There from our sponsor. You just listen to a message there from our sponsor, and we like to say it. That's Kakuyan Hair Collection, a one-stop shop you can be able to run to be able to get all what you need as a lady. And like I said, that's a one-stop shop. So Kakuyan's collection is there for all of us. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so let's make it our business. Trying to get lighter, by the way. Let's make it our business and be able to, you know, move together. So, quickly, let me say kudos to WIAC Liberia, and they've got like 9 persons that were involved into academic corruption. What we mean by this, we spoke about this just last Thursday on the show, and we said, let's be real, right? Why must a parent send his or her child to school, and at the end of the day, you have instructors that are also chasing behind their students, believing they have taught them fully well to go and show them answer at the end of showing to the government that you truly worth graduating. Some of us didn't graduate there from high school with the big honors from WIAC and everything. Yeah, as much as I'm one person, we do support the fact of, going out there and doing your best. Just do your best and focus on what exactly you are capable of doing. That's one thing. So we like to say kudos to WIAC. They've done well, and they've charged Emily T. Flomo. That's 8 individuals in connection with election of compromise doing this current West African Senior School Certificate Examination. And we have at the Global Net Preparatory School in, the FDA community. And those charged are Emily T. Flomo, Elton A. Chale, Alberta B. City, Balima M. Suba, Elize Bani, Anthony Wakolo, Dako LP, and Ato Kakui Jr., the fifth charge of bribery, unlawful rewarding of public servants, and criminal conspiracies in violation of Chapter 10 and 12 of Liberia's reverse penal law. So, according to police investigation, the conspire to collect $300 from each student sitting a WAS mathematics examination and at the testing center with the intent of compromising the integrity of the examination process. And established that the total was around 58,380 Liberian dollars were collected from Kennedy seated, first and second floor of the school doing examination. And, several of them admitted that the meeting were held during which they agreed that the money will be collected for from candidates to facilitate assistance with examination questions, while some defense deny involvement. And yeah, whatever. Also, you have ambulance driver in separate case, Prince, assigned to the Liberia National Fire Service. Also, so there's a lot that has happened, right? And We just need all our best. So let's quickly run to take our news from across the globe, as we usually does before the start of the show, but it's never late and never. We take our news from across the globe as the show is about to end up now. So here on the BBC website says Somalia land opens Jerusalem embassy after Israel's recognition of its independence. So we have Somalia and Somaliland. Somaliland separated from Somalia. There's a lot happening. This is interesting. I'll have to check this story out, you know, after my 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 show. Recovery of Ebola patients offer real movement of joy at epic center of outbreak. So it is there are glimpses of happiness in the Democratic Republic of Congo's fight against the virus that has killed more than 170 people. Versus people who has gone viral on social media. Nigerian army frees widow of ex-general who died in captivity. So Major General Rape Abubakar and his wife Ayman were abducted in northwest Nigeria at the end of last month. And you know, that's exactly how it is. And let's quickly bring you out today in history. Today in history, June 16. Sorry. Today, I gotta get water. June 16 in history has witnessed significant political event, right? So let's get the first one here. It says, on various June 16th historical political movement and key actions, including so in history, uh, today in history, at 1918 to 19 to 2013, Nelson Mandela, South African anti-apartheid activist, eventually president, remains one of the most influential political figure born in May June who championed the fight against apartheid and for human rights. So that's exactly what we have for you tonight on the program, the roundtable. We appreciate all of you for joining us, and this is a very fascinating presentation. It has been a great one. I would like to say thanks to all of you for watching us, all of you for sharing, commenting, and continue to follow Wiz TV. On behalf of the entire production team at Wiz TV, I'm William McGill saying thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay engaged, and continue to make your voice count. Good night, and God bless Liberia.
Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve? Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premium human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major headlines. Oh, we got major stories. Hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. Major headlines. We got major. I mean, people do you no job, no money, no cause, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no cause, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no